Kia ora everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm in a bit of a different setup at the moment, as you can see. Yeah, so for those that know about me and my health, I use a walking frame to mobilise, and the apartment that I live in luckily has an elevator because I happen to live several floors up, but the building is old and the elevator has a tendency to break down. Last time the elevator broke down, for example, it broke down for 3 weeks. And once again, the elevator has broken down, and I basically couldn't stand being trapped in my apartment again. It's meant to be just for a weekend, but yeah, we know what happened last time. So I'm currently at my mum's. I'm actually in my old bedroom, which is now a storage room, and I've set myself up a little office here on like a portable fold-up table, and I'm up at my mum's for a while, which is working really well. I'm really enjoying it, being here again. It's quite nice being home with mum. But because of that, I'm in a different setup. I don't have my regular filming gear, and I don't have my full collection. But I really wanted to do an April plans video, and I went to record this and then realized I didn't have my microphone, I didn't have my webcam because I had to pack quite quickly, and I brought my laptop. I did not bring my recording stuff. So I have my cell phone, and I'm trying this with my cell phone today, but we'll see how we'll go. So these are my colouring plans for the month of April. And of course, I made a list of what I wanted to achieve, and then the elevator broke down. So it's kind of put me into an interesting position. So I will talk about what I have with me to work on, and then I'll talk about some other stuff I want to do, and we'll see where we get to at the end of the month. So the first thing that I am currently working on as I do this little introduction, just so we weren't just sitting here, is this gorgeous page in Alien Worlds. So as I talked about in my March completed pages, I joined a Instagram group run by the wonderful Candice from Happy Catastrophe Colours, and it's got a bunch of lovely colorists in there. I have met a bunch of new people, and I'm currently watching Winter 89, who is a new person who I've met through this chat that I wasn't aware of. So I'm getting to meet some new colorists, and we're all going on this journey together. And the idea is we work through alien worlds together, and we're pretending to be explorers, discovering these planets together. We've even come up with like spaceship names and names. So I am Admiral Amy of the Galactic Glitter Puff, which I just think is fantastic. I'm so happy with that name. And yeah, so my first goal for the month is Alien Worlds. So I want to at least get one page done. I'm recording this on the 5th, and I've almost completed the page already, so I think we'll get there. I've just got a bit more shading to do on the solar giant. So yeah, I'm really loving how this comes together, and now I've got my colour plan for the Lost Planet. So then, depending how I go, if I'm stuck here and this is one of my few books, I'll probably move on to the Apex Predator, but I'll see how I go with some of my other project books that I did manage to bring up. So as I rush to pack, this is the book stack that I brought, with the exception of Fairy Wonderland. So this is what I've got planned around me, and I do apologise, there is just stuff everywhere because this is my thing. This is all the supplies I brought up. I brought up my prismas, my polys, my spare polys, because a lot of my polychromos pencils are tiny, my ink tints, and then my water solubles. They were all in cases, and then I grabbed a pencil case that has my Poscas, my glitter gel pens, my glitters, like a couple of ink pens and biros and bits like that. So this is my collection for the month. And of course some glitters, including my Mod Podge glitter. You can see my brushes out. So yeah, that's everything that I've got to work with for the month, which is still quite a few supplies. So the first book that I would like to work in is Spooky. Now this is actually a new purchase. It was one of my many new books that came in last month. I have wanted this one for a while. I do apologize. I'm having to hold my camera by my hands. I don't even have a stand for my camera, so it could be a little shaky, and you're going to see my hands as I move back and forward. But yeah, this is a brand new book for me. The paper in here is lovely. I'm really excited to try and get into here. I don't know exactly what I want to do in here. I know Christina's colouring corner has a hashtag going for this page, but also I might just do like a little page in the front cover. I might try that. Just try out the paper, see how materials go on it, and maybe look at another page in here. My mum has a black cat called Shadow, so I think this is a really appropriate book to have here. Another book that I pulled that I've been wanting to work in for a little bit is actually Naoko Neko. This was a gift from a wonderful friend of mine. I have pulled this off every month since I've received it. Genuinely, I just love every page in here, and I cannot decide what I want to do first. Which is just why I haven't worked in here. So again, I might just do this one. I might just do the front cover, because if I'm not sure, and not the front cover, the inside cover. So that just might be what I go for. All right. So A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I actually started one in here, which is Elaine in Her Garden. And the reason I started this one is I've been rereading or re-listening to the audiobook version of A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I really wanted to colour something spring and colourful, because I'm seeing all these gorgeous spring pages, and we're of course in autumn here in New Zealand, so I decided I would start working on this. And I was recording this one for YouTube, but of course I now don't have my setup, so yeah, but I really want to keep working on it because I'm having a lot of fun. I've just done these trees and I've just done it in Inktense, but it's working really well so far. So yeah, so we'll carry on with that one. And then, so Fairy Wonderland. So this is actually a new mythographic, and this one I actually got shipped to my mum's. So luckily, this one I didn't pack, but it arrived here. It is gorgeous. I love Fabiano Attanasio. So I did have a flick through of it. I'm not sure which page I want to do in here, but you know, it's a brand new book I've got here. So I'll try to work in it because it's something to work in. But the mythographic I did bring up with me is Dream Garden. And this is one that I received. Sorry, I just realized the focus was out. I'm not used to recording on my phone. This is the one that I did receive last month, in last month's big order that came in. And I have earmarked this gorgeous jellyfish page. Now this one unfortunately does have hidden objects. However, I feel like I can hide a lot of the objects or merge into the image a lot of the objects on this page, and I have quite a distinct plan for this one. I just need to make sure I can pull off what I'm seeing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working in that one, and that's an untouched book as well, so that'll be nice. All right, another new book from last month's massive purchase is this one here, Curiously Cute Manga. I do apologize if you hear the chair squeaking in here. It is a noisy chair. And this was a new find from my local bookstore. It is produced by LOM Art. If you want me to do a complete flick through of this, I will when I figure out either how to mount my phone camera, or once I get back home and have the proper setup. But this is a really neat book, single-sided, really neat images all manga anime style and all slightly creepy but very cute. Yeah, so I've got quite a few pages earmarked in here because I'm not sure which one I want to do. So the first one, I really like this mermaid page. Oh, no, that was the one I already showed you. This is really hard to do single-handedly. My hands aren't the greatest. I also have this Archer page. And then I also have marked this one, which I thought was one of the more simpler ones of the book. And I really think her face is stunning. But honestly, there's so many more pages in here that I'm tempted by as well. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a case of when I pick up this book and decide on one, I'll just, whatever I feel like at the time. It's gorgeous and I'm really looking forward to working in it. And it's LOM, so I know it's good paper. You can tell I like LOM because the next three are all LOM as well. So, Dark Art Supernatural by Francis Gautier. This will be the first page that I've done in here. I really want to find his Gothica one too. Now I have started this one as well because this is one that I did start before I left, which is this page here. So I have based it in alcohol markers, just various alcohol markers that I have. I literally just have a big container full of them and I just pull out whatever colour it is. There is like Copics, these old Pro markers and Flex markers, and there's a bunch of no brand ones in there. So yeah, it's a real assortment of alcohol markers. And then I've started working on the shading with some of the Prismas. So the background's all going to be this sort of grey blue and just fading out like there's like a moonlit sky out here. I might even put some stars on here or some glitter. So it's like that's a starry night sky. So she's going to be backlit. He's going to be backlit with a bit of a glow as well from there. And then I was thinking I might also possibly make this glow a little bit yellow, which would cast a bit of a yellow light onto her and bring a light coming from that way. I know, it just seemed like a really fun one to play with light. Yeah, a little bit gory than I normally do, but I think it's just really interesting and dynamic, the pose. I'm really excited to get more of that done and, you know, work with this pale blue grey colour scheme, touches of golds and purples. I can just see it in my head, so I really hope I can pull it off how I'm imagining it in my head. But I'm really happy with the shading so far back here. It's been really interesting to try and work out how the light would hit this and shadows on the roof versus light. So yeah, so that's the other plan. And then crystal colouring and lunar colouring. So lunar colouring arrived just as I was going out the door, so thank God. So I haven't chosen a page here. There are some flip throughs of this one. It is the newest book by Stratton Peterson. I really love her work. So I haven't chosen one in here. I've just had a quick flick through. I did really like this primrose page, and I did kind of think maybe I'll do the primrose page, but I don't know. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's a lot of flowers. Yeah, I also, this lantern page is really, really neat. And I could see that being really pretty too. Yeah, so I don't know. I've still got to figure out what page I will do in here, but it's one I have on me. And then I have Crystal Colouring by Kate O'Hara. This one I have not worked in yet, but I did pull out this Rainbow Fluorite page. Fluorite comes in some really beautiful tones, and I thought it would like really go well because it's full of purple, greens, blues and yellows, and I can just see it in the whole page. Plus we've got this really neat half the side being winter and half the side being summery spring. Like, again, being in New Zealand, our seasons are opposite to most, well, the other half of the world. So I watch so many colorists at the moment who are all spring and florally and pastels, and of course we're heading into autumn, so it's cold and the leaves are changing. So I kind of like the duality of this one with the two different seasons. So yeah, and I just thought this was really interesting, and I love how this book also gives you a description about what's going on the page. So yeah, Crystal Colouring by Kate O'Hara. And then the last book I have on me, my gosh, my hands hurt from holding the phone, is Leela Dooley's Walk in the Woods. This is one that I started last month. So I did bring this one with me, and I hope to get some more done in here. This is kind of why I'm in two minds about the Primrose Run on the other one, because I know I've got this big page of flowers to do. And I'm not usually drawn to flowers. I have to be in a very specific mood to do a floral page. So I kind of have a floral page on the go, so we'll see. But yeah, those are the books that I have on me at the moment. Yeah, I've got some orders coming this month, and depending how long this elevator's up for, we may get some more books detoured up here to Mum. I've got a bunch of orders that I'm still waiting to come in that I've done over the last few months, including Teresa Goodrich's Garden Gnomes. I believe that one's being shipped Monday, so I might have to see if I can get it detoured up here. But then the other things that I have planned for the month that I have forgotten, so you're just going to have to imagine a book in front of me. I'm just opening up my little journaling tracker. So my goals for the month were the Alien Worlds group page. I also have brought Joanna Badsford's 30 Days of Creativity, which I thought would be really interesting to work my way through front cover to back. Now, I don't have an issue with like colouring every day because I practically do colour every day. I more think it would be fun to have that challenge of working a book front to back, and I like the idea of just adding in my own doodles and also just really making it my own. So I wanted to start working on that and just get a couple pages done in there. I have done the very first page. I did that and because I've done one page now, I just chose to leave that one at home because at least I've got one page done in that book this month. So I was like, okay, I feel like that goal can be ticked off for the month. I have a buddy colour with Colouring Bumblebee, and I am so mad that I forgot to bring the book. So I'm hoping I get back up to the apartment. But if we get a couple of weeks in and it's looking like I'm not going to get up there, I am going to message Colouring Bumblebee and let her know that, hey, I might not get to it this month, but it is an Easter page. So, yeah, it's from Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanuku Igusa. And it is the page with the big egg and a couple of ducklings. It's super, super cute. Colouring Bumblebee talks about it in her April plans video, so if you want to see the page, head there. I'll link her down below. Yeah, so it's a gorgeous page, and I'm really hoping I can get the book. I might be able to send my brothers up to my apartment to get me some bits if I get really stuck. I'm going to need more clothes. I only brought clothes for a couple of days, so I'll need a few more bits and pieces of meds and stuff, so I might be able to send them up and be like, and I want this specific book off this specific shelf. We'll figure it out. And then the other goal that I had this month was I really wanted to hit 50% of my bookshelf, having a book touched, because my goals this year are to work more of my unworked books. So this is what my current collection looks like, minus I've still got to add in Fairy Wonderland. So yeah, last month I ended up on about 46%. So I'm really close to 50% done. And I worked out that if I can work in, I think it was 8 books that I hadn't touched before, then I would hit that 50%. So that means finishing off a few of my work in progresses that I have, like that Leela Dooley. If I can finish that whip, I knock out a whip and a new book. But one of the ones that I wrote down specifically to work on was Colouring Heaven's Ancient Egypt special, because I have a really old whip in there that I'd like to finish. And I didn't bring that book either. So yeah, we'll see how we go this month, because this is the goals that I have, and we'll see what we can do. Again, it's a bit of an odd situation, because I had the plans, I was going to film this video, and then everything changed, and whoa, that hand's shaky. Let's not do that hand. But yeah, we'll see how we'll go. I'll be interested to see how my wrap up at the end of the month goes. But yeah, for now I'm going to go back to working on this page here and seeing if I can get our little solar giant here finished off. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!